Hi students, good morning. How are you? I hope you all are doing good. Welcome to grade 11 business mathematics class. You have already learned 6 chapters in your book. So now let us start our 7th chapter, financial mathematics. Our chapter name is financial mathematics. So it's new for you. Till now you not hear that about financial mathematics. So we will learn some basics about this financial mathematics first. So already you know that is first exercise is deleted. So we'll start from our second exercise, that is 7.2. Okay, 7.2. We'll start from 7.2. All of you take down your books please and turn to page number 167. Turn to page number 167. So just I am explaining all the definitions from your book. You go through that. First one is stocks, shares, debentures and brokerage. So what do you mean by stocks, shares, debentures and brokerage? So just you follow me in the book. To start any big business, a large sum of money is needed. Yes, if we need to start one business, we need a lot of amount, correct? Yes. It is generally not possible for an individual to manage such a large sum. So, if one particular individual is going to start a business means he can't able to manage, is it right? For the large amount of money he or she need to invest for that, so she can't manage. Therefore, the total sum of money can be divided into equal parts. Okay. So if particularly, just I will say one example, if two persons are going to start one business, one individual can't able to do that. Yes, so they will share the amount. Yes, they will share, they will divide into equal parts. So that's the meaning of shares. All of you understand what you mean by share? Okay. Next one is the holder of shares are called shareholders. Okay. So if in the particular business, two of them are sharing the amount means the two persons are called shareholders. Now all of you got it? What's the meaning of share and shareholders? Okay. Next one is types of shares. What are the types of shares? There are two types of shares, namely common and preferred. Common or equity and preferred. Generally, the profit gained by a company is distributed among their shareholders. The preferred shareholder have a first claim or dividend. When they have been paid, the remaining profit is distributed among the common shareholders. So just you note that there are two types of shares. That's enough. What are the types? Common and preferred. Okay. Then next we are going to learn some definitions. First one is capital stock. What's the meaning of capital stock? Capital stock is the total amount invested to start a company. Okay, what is the meaning of capital stock? Total amount. Okay, so if we need to start one company, what is the total amount they are investing for that? So that particular is called capital stock. What do you mean by capital stock? Capital stock is the total amount invested to start a company. Okay. Then next one is the share purchased by the individual is called the stock. What do you mean by stock? A share purchased by a individual. Okay, there is if first I explain what you mean by share. Okay, so the share purchased by the individual is also called stock. The next one is the person who buy the shares are also called stockholders. Already you have learned what is stockholders, same meaning. Then next one is face value. the original value of a share at which the company sells it to investors is called the face value or nominal value or par value. Okay, that is original value of share is printed on the share certificate. What they will print on the share certificate? Original value of share they will print in the share certificate. Okay, so what do you mean by face value? The original value of the share at which the company sells it to investors is called the face value. Okay, then next one is market value. What do you mean by market value? The price at which the stock is bought or sold in the market is called the market value. So all of you have heard that word is market value. So what about the price at which the stock? So if we have some stock means we will sell or we will bought in the market, is it? So that is the particular value, is that's the market value. Then there is one, do you know the market value of a share keeps on changing from time to time? You know, is so we can give a lot of examples for that. So if we are seeing in marketplace today, we are getting some things for 10 or 100 rupees, 10 rupees or 20 rupees means next day maybe 25 rupees, next day maybe 15 rupees. Yes, so the market value will be changed from time to time. Okay, so that's very very important. Market value is not fixed. Okay, then next move to the next thing. Next is turn your books. Remarks. If the market value of a share is greater than the face value, then the share is said to be above par. If the market value, so if the market value of a share is greater than the face value, then the share is said to be the above par. Okay, then next one. If the market value of a share is same as the face value, then the share is said to be at par. Okay, then next one is if the market value of a share is less than the face value, then the share is said to be below par. Okay, so what is the above par, below par and at par? It's given as remarks. Okay, then next one is dividend. What do you mean by dividend? Dividend means what? The profit gained by a company distributed among their shareholders is called the dividend. So already I said, is it right? The profit gained by the company. So dividend, I said dividing. Okay, so same meaning. We will get, if we are doing the business, they will get some profit. Is so the profit they will gain something. So if they have they are doing one business, they will get some profit. So from the company they are gaining the profit, they will distribute it among the shares. Okay, so there are 2 shares or 3 shares or 4 shares means they will equally divide. So that is called the dividend. It is calculated on the face value of the share. Then next one is some useful results are given. So it's very very important. We will use this in doing the problems. Okay, first one is investment. So investment means money invested is equal to number of shares into market value of the shares. What's the formula? Money invested is equal to number of shares into market value of the shares. Okay, the next one, income. Annual income is equal to number of shares into face value of a share into rate of dividend. What's the formula for annual income? Number of shares into face value of a share into rate of dividend. Annual income is equal to number of shares into face value of a share into rate of dividend. Okay, that's all the formulas we'll use for the problems. The next one is return percentage or yield percentage. Percentage of return is equal to income divided by investment. So what do you mean by percentage of return? Percentage of return is equal to income divided by investment, okay, into 100. Then next one is number of shares. Number of shares purchased is equal to investment divided by market value of the shares. Those all the 4 formulas you need to by heart. Understand, students? So what's the formula for investment? What's the formula for income? What's the formula for return percentage or yield percentage? Next one is number of shares. You need to by heart these formulas. We will use this in the problems. Okay. Then next one is stock exchange. What do you mean by stock exchange? The place you just follow definitions in your book. Okay. The price where the shares are traded is called the stock exchange or stock market. Okay, what do you mean by stock exchange or stock market? The place where the place. Okay, the place where the shares are traded, where we will trade. Okay, so that is called the stock exchange or stock market. The next one is brokerage. A broker who executes order to buy and sell shares through a share market is called a stockbroker. A fee or commission for the service is called the brokerage. Okay, we will pay some fees or commission so for that service is called the brokerage. Brokerage is generally based on the face value and expressed as percentage. So always we will calculate this brokerage in percentage. Okay, so these are all the definitions you need to read out. Sometimes they will ask questions here. So not only for this year, it will be useful for your next year. So next year also same thing is there. Market value, face value, premium per share, dividend. So everything is there. So because of that you need to learn all the definitions. Formulas are very, very important. These are the 4 formulas. Money invested is equal to number of shares into market value of the share. Income is equal to annual income is equal to number of shares into face value of a share into rate of dividend. Return percentage or yield percentage is equal to percentage of return, that is income by investment into 100. Next, number of shares is equal to number of investment divided by market value of the shares. Okay, then take your classworks example 7.11, write down the question from your book. Okay, just I will give the solution for that. Understand? Take down your note and take down the solution. Example 7.11, read the question from your book. Find the market value of 325 shares of base value rupees 100 at a premium of rupees 18. So premium per share is given, face value of a share is given, market value of a share. Okay, so market value of a share, how will you find? If we add the face value and the premium value, you will get the market value. Okay, so what are given means face value of a share. It's given. Face value of a share is equal to rupees 100. It's given. Then next one, premium. Premium per share is equal to rupees 18. It's also given. So from this we need the market value of a share first. So for finding the market value, what will you do? We will add this both. So 100 plus 18 means 118. Okay, so this is a market value of shares. Here they asked you to find the market value of 325 shares. Okay, so market value of 325 shares we need to find. For that, what will you do? How will you find? So market value of 325 shares we need means 325 into this value. Yes, in lower class onwards we'll learn. So how do you calculate number of shares? So how many is the number of shares? This is a number of shares, is it right? Number of shares into market value of a share. So that is equal to 325 into 118. If you multiply 38350 rupees you will get. So this is market value of 325 shares. Okay, so what will you do? Face value of a share is equal to rupees 100. Premium per share is equal to rupees 18. So market value of share we need to find. Then only we can find for 325 share. So if we need the cost of 100 pen means what will you do? First we will find the cost of 1 pen. Afterwards we will find the cost of 100 pens. So same meaning. First we will find the market value of share. So afterwards for 325 means 325 into that particular. Okay. So this one is example 7.11. Next is example 7.12. Take down the question from your book. A man buys 500 shares of face value rupees 100 at 14 rupees below par. How much money does he pay? So number of shares. Number of shares how much? 500 is. Then face value. Face value of shares how much? Rupees 100 is. So number of shares is equal to 500. Face value is equal to 100. Then what about the discount? Discount is rupees 14. Yes, discount is rupees 14. Rupees 14. Okay, so discount is equal to rupees 14. Okay, take your book. In the book I will just explain this very clear. See then, discount is equal to rupees 14. So market value of a share is equal to, how will we find? 100. That is face value minus discount 14, that's equal to 86. So what's the formula? We'll find that is face value minus discount. Then market value of 500 shares is equal to, same as previous problem. How will you do? Number of shares into market value of the shares. What is the number of shares? Here the number of shares is 500. 500 into 86, that is 43000. Understand? So here only one difference is face value of the share is given, discount is given. So we will subtract the discount. Okay. So 100 is there face value. From that face value we will subtract the discount. From that you will get the market value of a share. Afterwards market value of 500 shares. So 500 shares if we need to find means 500 into 86 you will get 43,000. That's the answer. Understand, students? Okay. So today only we have started the 7th chapter. Because of that I am not going to move further. So you need to learn all the definitions today. So what do you mean by stocks? What do you mean by share? What do you mean by debentures? What do you mean by brokerage? Market value, capital stock, shareholders. What are the types of shares? What do you mean by brokerage? What do you mean by dividend? What do you mean by stock exchange? Then I have explained you the 4 formulas. This also you learn, and just you go through these 2 problems. So problems are very easy, but if you understand the question, it will be very easy for you. So we'll start from 7.13 in our next class. Okay, students, be safe. Thank you. We will meet in the next class.